It was so weird to start a business because how will you are feeling like how will my fellow see me, my fellow who
My
are
fellow
studying,
economists.
yeah, how will they see me?
Yeah.
Once you start seeing money is chipping in a lot of money, you get distracted. We have a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
We have ladies. Number
Good thing
one,
you said you're married.
belts open from 6. So around 5,
You're supposed to be on the
you
ground.
are supposed to be on the ground.
Yeah.
Because all when you get to there at 8 or from 8 to 10 to 11,
Sasa
that is
una-
meant for those who are going to pick their personal clothes to wear.
But
if
for
you are,
people who are doing
but
business.
you're doing business,
Yeah.
you have to get to Kikomba as early as possible.
Yeah.
In fact, bell inabomolewa kama uko hapo.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to yet another exciting conversation. This is Dreams in Motion. And I always tell you, if you've already made $1 million, probably this is not a conversation for you. But if you're looking to make your first $1 million, then this is a conversation that you should listen to. Today, my guest is JMO Designs. That's the name of his business. And today we're going to be talking about building a fashion brand and a fashion business. All right. I don't know if I can give this away, James. Yeah. But I remember he sold me my first suit on a hire purchase. Yeah.
Sure.
So he's going to be telling me, how dare you sell a suit to somebody that you've not really met for the longest time and sell them a suit on hire purchase? And is this common practice in the business? And then how do you maintain that business? Because I remember we first met in 2018. Yeah, 2018. That's quite some time. He's been around, yeah? When the cabinet secretary, Moses Kuria, when he was still for trade, he's one of the people who are afraid mitumba ikibaniwa. Yeah, because there is always a mix of mutumba na nguo mpya, mutumba na nguo mpya. So do this, yeah. Engage with us on our social media platforms. You can find us at Al Concepts across all platforms. That is on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. But on my personal Twitter account, you can find me at the Allen Hubbard, and we'll be able to pick some of your sentiments and your comments. And if you have any requests, and if you might also want to be a guest on this conversation, just tell us through the comments by also liking, subscribing, and also sharing this conversation. Without further ado, let me give my guest an opportunity to introduce himself and tell us what he has in store for us this edition of Dreams in Motion.
Yes, thank you, Albert.
Yes.
For the invite. It's really a great honor to be here.
Yes.
To share all about I've been doing, like my business journey. Yeah, I'm James Gumbe. Yeah, the CEO JMO Designs.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've been doing this business for the last, let's say, 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
So basically, I was one of your first clients.
True.
That shows you that I'm a loyal client. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I will start this one a little bit different. Yeah. For somebody who's just clicked on this video and they are watching the first minutes of this video, why should they stay on this conversation until it ends?
Because it's going to build them.
Yeah.
It's going to give them a bigger picture of seeing the fashion industry and also business in let's say a big scope. Yeah.
Interesting. And let me start by picking on you because of the situation that we are in currently as a country.
Yes.
And I know you are an economics professional. Yeah. I remember you once shared why you decided to ditch the professional side and decide to go into business.
Yeah.
And that is something that many people are contemplating right now because times are hard. You can no longer, literally, you can no longer stay or keep things afloat with only a single paycheck.
Yeah.
Take us back then when you're deciding to quit professional work and going into business. What pushed you? And take us to now. If you are to do it now, what would you be able to do?
Okay, thank you. So as I said, I am JMO Designs.
Yes.
So in this journey, it has taken us from 2018.
Yes.
when let's say I was 1 year after the graduation. I graduated in 2017 at Kenyatta University. I was a student of economics.
Yes.
I pursue economics and finance. Yeah. So after that, I went to internship. So I did my internship at NHIF headquarters at Apail, and we were not paid. The funny thing.
That was your first sign.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will wake up in the morning, go to job,
Yeah.
come back. So the whole payment, and then something fun is that you are being given loads of work. Like maybe a manager is there.
Yeah.
He comes at 10. You are supposed to be at the office at 8. So between 8 and 10,
Yeah.
there is work that you are supposed to do. Then the manager comes and check whatever's been done.
Yeah.
Then at 1 is gone.
He's gone.
You
You're
see,
still supposed to be in the office.
You are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then you leave at around 5 or 6 late. And so after that, I did that for around, let's say, three months. Then I quit. After that, I went on to look for a job here and there.
Yeah.
I dropped my CV. I remember me applying for about 1,500 jobs, 1,500
1,500
emails. Leave alone the dropping out about
Yes.
the CV to
Yeah.
every office.
Yes.
1,500 mails. And only, let me say, the one that they replied, maybe 3 to 4.
Out of 1,500 emails.
Yeah. And I attended the interview for 3. Out of 3, I fall for 1.
Yeah.
That is Smart Youth. Smart Youth works under the National Treasury. They are based at Dennis Pitt.
Yes.
Next to State House.
Yes.
There's also there. So I
So you
also
felt very happy that I'm going to be working next to the State House.
look at that. And make it funny, going to Dennis Pitt on foot.
Yeah.
From town to Dennis Pitt on foot, because the vehicles there you can only come from town to around Hurlingham. So from there you walk to
You
the
have to
office.
walk.
Yeah. To and for every morning and evening.
Yeah.
And so I worked there for about the salary was 30,000. That is per month.
Yeah, that was the starting salary.
Starting salary.
Yeah.
So I worked there for let's say 4 months. So from here is where I was trying to save some little money that I was getting. I was supposed to dress, but that time I was not paying rent.
Ah, okay.
I was living with my sister.
Yeah.
She was supporting me from there. So I was
So
saving.
either way, 30,000 was a lot of money.
By that time, you could see it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you put it by that time. So if you're watching us right now and you're earning 30,000, probably Jemo is saying that is not good money.
That's little money. just a bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when does it come to your mind and say it is time to make the switch?
Yeah, because when I was working, I saw that it was not it. I was saving very little money. Let's say I was spending some cash on my clothes.
Yes.
Because I have to be smart to office.
Yeah, because of the kind of location you're working
And
in.
also location, the kind of lunch you take there, it's not less than 300. Not less than 300 shillings.
Yeah.
See, you are spending 300 for lunch, and then you are also from town. Probably I was using public transport from town to Embakasi. So in a month I was using around, let's say, 6,000 to 7,000.
Yeah.
That is transport alone. Then food was around 4,500. So when the remaining amount, when I put it into my clothing, and I was only saving around 3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Although that is a little money. So I saw it was something was not right, because I could not develop myself.
Yeah.
Like I could save, but I cannot do anything with this
without
particular amount.
savings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I decided that because for the time I'm going to be here, let me try as much as I had to make more saving from whatever I'm earning,
Yeah.
so I could squeeze myself and make more savings to myself.
Yeah.
So after that, I think the contract came to an end for this particular job.
Yeah.
So we were laid off so we were told that we were not paid. We were paid for 4 months.
Yeah.
Then the 6th month and 7th month were not paid. So we had to we had to stay at home for some time. We consulting from the manager, what's
Yeah.
happening, why don't we get our payments and all. So we were told that the contract is ended, and we'll get our payment.
Until to date.
But we were paid,
Yeah.
but it took around 6 months to be paid because it was a government staff.
Yeah.
And government takes time to make their payments. So we had to just bear with that.
Yeah.
But at that time, it got when I've not got any job at this particular time. So what I did, I was looking onto some YouTubes, looking at how do people get out of whatever they have when they don't have money. So what I did, I saw about the entrepreneurship and all. So let me try
This
something.
entrepreneurship thing.
I see people go
Yeah.
to the Kikomba, get clothes. How do they do?
Yeah.
I see some people carry clothes on their
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 backs, yeah.
shoulders,
Yeah.
and they sell. So I said, let me try something. Let me try it if it will work.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into this particular.
Into this particular profession.
Yeah.
Before I ask my follow-up question to what you've just said, now let me take you to today. If somebody is feeling that they are not being fulfilled or they are not getting enough from their current job,
Yeah.
how would you advise them to move out of that role? And are there any other opportunities out there that they could venture into?
Yeah, let me say, it's good to when you have something you are doing currently.
Yeah.
It's also good to have something the side hustles,
Yeah.
something that you're doing different. Maybe after there's something that says that there's a saying that says that people make a difference after 5 p.m. You can work from you see, you can work from 8
Yeah.
to
5.
5,
Yeah.
but there's no difference.
Yeah.
There's an odd hour from 5 to 8 that makes a difference,
big difference.
to people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. There's those who are working, and then after they are from job,
Yeah.
they go and do other businesses. They go to town, they hawk.
Yeah.
They have their Mtumba clothes side on their bags.
Yeah.
When they get to town, they put them down, they sell. You see, they
Yeah.
make extra income out of this.
Yeah.
So whatever you are doing, you can work as if the work is paying you well,
Yes.
well and good.
Yeah.
But if it's not doing well, then you'll have to go for other things.
Yeah, but also Jemo, paying well is relative. Somebody might be earning 100,000, but
It's not-
per their standard, that's not
The
enough
budget
money.
is too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So back to your story. You have graduated in economics and finance.
Yes.
How dare you think about sasa wacha twende tuuze nguo?
So let me say, it's also in blood. My mom used to sell clothes. Back
So mtoto wa nyoka ni nyoka.
Sure.
Yeah.
So my mom used to sell leather jackets.
All right.
We used to fade them from Kikomba
Yeah.
to somewhere called Darajambili. You know Darajambili in Kisii?
Yeah, I've heard about Darajambili.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she gets them from here and sell them Darajambili.
Yeah.
And that is how she was helping my dad in schooling us.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay school fee and all food and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
because
did not sound alien to you to say, how am I going to make a living out of this?
it was so weird to start a business, because how will you are feeling like, how will my fellow see me, my fellow who
My
are
fellow
studying?
economists.
Yeah, how will they see me?
Yeah.
But to me, there was that fear, but I overcame.
Yeah,
And,
how? Now that would be the question because many people have that fear. Manze, nimesoma lawyer, masuti nimenunua
mean
lakini.
economist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a financial analyst.
Yeah.
So you see what the first, I say the first 2 to 3 days of getting into this,
Yeah.
it was somehow so. You had fear, what if this person passed through here and see me over here on a kibanda? Actually, I had a kibanda.
Yeah.
And it was also dripping. When it rains,
Yeah.
you are
Nguo zote
just like
zinaloa, yeah.
manguo zinaloa maji. So it was that weird. So but I started to get used I said, I just told myself, this is what all I have to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
That I am able to do.
I just have to face it.
Yeah.
And focus on it until it gets me to where I want. Yeah.
All right. So, Jemo, it's quite interesting because you've shared that your previous job, before you quit, you aren't able to save substantial amounts of money. So when you decide, sasa nimeenda YouTube, I've studied what I've studied, sort of your mother's spirit awakens in you and you're like, pia mimi naweza fanya kitu mama alikuwa anafanya. How do you find your first capital kusema sasa ni kwenda Gikomba? And did you know even that Gikomba exists? Because the course that you're doing, na Gikomba, not the same WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I knew Gumbe existed. And my mom used to tell me about Kikomba and all.
Yeah.
He used to tell me in Kikomba you can get cheaper clothes and sell and get something.
Yeah.
And so I just decided that I can do whatever she was doing, even if I'm specializing on something different that she was selling.
Yeah.
That is, when she was doing leather, I can try something new.
Yeah.
Maybe if I can do with maybe men blazers, maybe ladies tops and all. And actually I started with ladies tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like, ladies wanawake ndio wanakuaga
Yeah, 'cause
au wanaume wavaangi.
I was seeing, like, you see, when you move to the street, even in Githurai and all,
Yeah.
you see tops sold at 30 bob, 50 bob. It was so weird, but
Yeah.
see how I wanted to see how much these people get.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying they get this, they sell. So if the sales volume is high, you actually make a lot because it's cheap,
yeah.
and you sell a lot. So this cool, this one pushed me so hard to do this. And what next? So after I did the lady tops, I tested the market. I was actually doing my first kibanda was in Bakasi, when you know from Nyayo to Feather, around this area. That's where I got a place where I can hang my clothes there. It was nothing. It was I just hung my clothes there, hoping to get a client to buy.
Yeah.
And actually I stayed there for some time. I could sell some little, some remain. Whatever I sell, I go back to the market, sell some, I sell. So it was just like that, to save little by little. Then I thought it was wise to get back to my university, because there we have a place called KM. So KM,
Free traffic of people.
there are a lot of students there.
Yeah.
And so that is where now I when I went with those tops, I sold some. Then I sold some, but funny thing that I stayed around 14 days. That is probably 2 weeks before I sell even one item. So whatever happened is that I think people were not used to whatever I was selling. So I was trying to see what is happening.
Yeah.
For the last 14 days, I have not sold anything. So that is, now I changed from tops. Then I brought trench coats for men and ladies. I mixed them up. And then I brought them. I never sold that day, and the next day I never sold. Just like that. On the fifth day, God's miracle happened. It rained.
Literally on the 5th day, he rested.
It rained. And so on that day, I actually sold almost 10 trench coats on
Yeah.
that particular day. And then I went with the money that I sold,
Yeah.
brought more. So from there, I started getting orders from students. We need this type of trench coat. We need this type. So I was literally now I dwell on the trench coats alone.
Yeah.
On
The-
the,
on
on
the
the
summer tops, no.
yeah, tops I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little money it got me to trench coat now.
Yeah.
So that was the next step. So I did that for some time in the kibanda. Then I brought in the hoodies. I brought in the blazers,
Yeah.
pull necks. So I did that around. I was in the kibanda about let's say a year,
Yeah.
1 year. So in 2019, that is not 2018,
Yeah.
not 2019, I got a small shop that was paying 5,000.
Yeah. That's in rent.
That's now in rent.
Yeah.
So I said, let me try this. Let me try with this shop if things will go well.
Yeah.
So I brought in. So from there, now I got more clients who maybe they need trousers now. People need shirts.
Now
people
you
need
built what is
ties.
called a bit of trust.
Trust
Yeah.
with the customers. So you bring in, you say, "You bring this one now. You bring this one, you bring this one." So that's how it came to build. I built it that way. That the journey
Yeah.
was not that smooth. So there's a point whereby client will order,
Yeah.
they decline to pick.
Sometimes
Sometimes
go find me this particular cloth.
go and
When
find, you bring
me
it,
this, they don't come
disappears.
for it, yeah.
Yeah. So and sometimes you also find in terms of payments, some clients decline to pay. Maybe you've given him or her cloth
Yeah, out of trust.
out of trust.
It's like
my
you
friend,
come-
take this.
Yeah.
You pay me later. Give 5 days, 1 week. Come and pay.
Yeah.
They disappear.
It's like you're not talking directly to me when I bought my first suit. But before we go there, the 4 days
Yeah.
before it rained on the 5th day,
Yeah.
what is going through your brain? Aren't you thinking about quitting? Because I remember there is a mutual friend that we have. You started the same business at the same time.
Sure.
Right now, I think he's doing something totally different.
Yeah.
You are still in the same business.
Yeah.
What do you think helped you to roll over after that fifth day and say, okay, this is something that I've decided to do and I'm going to do it all the way?
Yeah, I had a courage, and I put all my trust in God.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a point where you are almost giving up. That is when God comes in.
At the verge of giving up.
Yeah, that's when. See, we sell this today, you go tomorrow, you don't sell. So you're about to give up and you say, hey, let me try it one more time. Next
One
day.
more time.
Yeah. So that is where you see things come.
Yeah. And things
and
start opening up.
things work.
Yeah.
So that is how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Customers who do not like to pay for goods, how do you deal with them and how do you build a business around them? Because when you say that your business model is sort of course, currently you have customers who you worked with, they keep on coming back because of the services that you give them.
Yeah.
But initially you're building a clientele base around universities, and we know how universities work.
Yeah.
When students come in, that's when they have the money. When they're mid-semester, they do not have money, so they cannot buy anything. How do you build a sustainable business around such a demographic?
Yeah, sure. When students comes in, that is when they're opening their semesters.
Yeah.
That is a boom to us as the biashara people. So that's the time when you make sure that you make volumes of sales, so that even if you lend somebody a clothes, go and wear this, then
Yeah.
you can see how to cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so students, but some pay, some fail to pay. But what you do, you give them some little time
Yeah.
that you communicate to them. Let's do this and this. If you don't get it, give me a good date that you're going to pay.
Yeah.
But I was able to recover most of the debt, even
Yeah.
if some were maybe
bad debt.
bad debts.
Yeah. Interesting. Then how do you evolve from the first shop, 5,000? I hear these days you have branches as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
How do you evolve? How do you how do you envision it? Because when you start something very small, you're like, you haven't really, yes, you know what you want to achieve, but you have not gotten a clear picture of where you're taking it to.
See, when you dwell in a place for some time, it tends that you have overdone that place, and you see the urge to do things in a different place,
Yeah.
but for the same thing, for the same purpose.
Yeah.
But you see, when you do something on one place, sometimes people get bored, boredom of that place, and maybe so if you try another place,
Yeah.
you'll get more clients as well, and those clients also comes with the usual place that you are.
Yeah.
So that is what I did. So now we have JMO Designs in Kawasukari,
Yes.
which is also doing well. It's a year old. I started it in last year,
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
So we are 1 year old, but it's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have clients from, why I started that, because it's on the highway, Thika super highway. So
Yeah.
it helps me on the pickup of those clients who are coming from town,
Yeah.
on the Thika road, or those who are just passing by
Because also
that area.
I dreaded going to KLM. That place is so far
KM.
away. Yeah.
It's
KM,
far.
Yeah.
It's behind the university. So even to penetrate there, some clients. So it was so
Tedious.
Tedious. Yeah.
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 Interesting. Then another question. I joked about the ban that was instituted, or that was talked about. We saw it during the political campaigns that mitumba zitabaniwa. Then cabinet secretary for trade came in and was like, we will have to ban mtumba and then start importing start manufacturing our clothes. When all this was being said, and you have built a business around this industry,
Yeah.
what was going through your head?
Yeah, it had to hit me a bit, because this is what has been feeding me all along.
Yeah.
And you see, when things comes to where your source of living, that's like inaku knock
Yeah.
kidogo, so you will feel like there's something that you have to do. And to me, it was not that, because after building that business for that long, I could easily, if it were the case, I could easily shift and see if also that will work.
Yeah.
And of course, we're also doing that. So on Mutumba, I think it was just maybe something to do with the PR or something to revoke people.
Yeah.
But on Mutumba has really has done well to people. A lot of people.
Now gotten opportunities.
Most of people in Nairobi and even outside Nairobi, Mutumba has raised families and paid school fee for kids. And I tell you, Mutumba can never be done with.
Yeah.
They cannot. They cannot.
Interesting.
Because where do you take people in Gikomba? Even if
absolutely.
Yeah, where will you take them?
Because you cannot absorb all of them into these industries that will be manufacturing these clothes.
Yeah, and that is the most place and most crucial place in Nairobi, part of Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want you to give away some secrets, and these are they might be classified as trade secrets.
Yeah.
But which are some of the things that one is supposed to look out for? Because I will tell you, Jamo, myself, I think in my entire life I've only tried to go to Gikomba one time.
Yeah.
And particularly why I went to Gikomba, because of the same amaze that ukienda Gikomba utapata nguo cheap.
Yeah.
So when I went to Gikomba, oh my goodness. I bought shirts. I bought a shirt in Gikomba. It was fitting.
Yeah.
And when I was in Gikomba,
Yes.
when I went home, I realized that shirt that I had bought, it had short sleeves, indicating that it was supposed to be a female shirt instead of a male shirt. So how can if somebody decides, okay, I will not go to Jamo, I will go to Gikomba myself, which are some of the things that they are supposed to look out for so that they either do not lose their money or they do not get conned?
Yeah, good question. So one thing that most people should understand that is that clothes, when Mtumba clothes can disappoint you sometimes.
Yeah. Not all the time. Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Because maybe there's a particular cloth that you're looking for, but now you found this, it's a good cloth, yes,
Yeah.
but now it's a good cloth from you see, to you it looks good,
Yeah.
but now when you come even to buttons, it's ladies.
Ah, yeah.
So like you have to identify where let's say always on the rule number one is that when you're wearing men clothes, that the button
Yeah.
should be on the right
On
side.
the right side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the sound.
I hope you're learning something. If you're planning to buy your boyfriend or you're planning to buy yourself a shirt, you're being given tips right here.
Yeah. So one thing you have to notice that the button should be on the right side, and they always get to know that ladies' clothes always tend to be maybe their sizes are different. For men, their sizes are standard. We have
32,
yeah,
34,
we have 32,
36.
34.
Yeah.
Standard. You have medium, XL, but you can find a ladies top that is XL but still fit you. Maybe you are wearing a size medium.
Yeah.
That is M. Still fit you because there are those that stretch. There are
Yeah.
those that are just rigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, which are some of the other things that I think those the thing that you've said about identifying before I got the concept,
Yeah.
it was a little bit tough for me to identify a male shirt and a female blouse,
Yeah.
and also trousers, particularly jeans. Kuna wanaume huku wanavaa jeans za madem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wengi sana. Hata trench coats.
Yeah.
Ziko mingi.
What are some of the things that you can tell them so that they can look out? Unaweza kuwa umevaa kama mresh na unamsuka alafu akuangalia hivi aone sasa umevaa kama dem. Sasa ni nini inaendelea hapa? Yeah.
So chenye unaweza angalia kwa clothes, but one thing I have to tell you before even I get back to that,
Yes.
is that when you get to Kikomba, you whatever you're looking for, you might not find it. Because
There is a possibility you're going to miss what you're looking
this
for.
one was my first time in Kikomba. When I get there, to me I wanted a cloth that is straight. You see,
Yeah.
that is iron just like yours here. You
You're
see?
not going to find that.
You are not going to find that. When you get there, you get things are in a bale.
Yeah.
They are so zimezikunja.
Yeah.
And you cannot even be able to identify where this is male or
Yeah.
female. And whatever makes a difference, that you will be told this bale is for men,
Yeah.
this bale is for women,
Female,
this one
yeah.
is for kids. Yeah. And this is trench coat. So through the identification, you can be able to know. So back to whatever we are talking about,
Yeah.
is that when you get to know about these clothes,
Yeah.
these clothes, you have to be able to identify them.
Yeah.
If there are those with holes, there are those, so unaweza chukua nguo but unapata hapa imeraruka.
Yeah.
There are those with a lot of sweat. We have their second clothes,
Yeah.
how they behave.
Yeah.
People have worn them, they have taken
A bit of time.
amevua tu imewekwa hapo, so haijaoshwa, so
Yeah.
you have to take them, you have to dry clean them. Some you dry clean,
Yeah.
some you go physical washing, because some will not, even the stain cannot come out.
Yeah.
So you have to do, if the cloth is good but there's a way that you can make it more clean,
And a more appealing.
yeah, peeling. So
Yeah.
that's the process that you go.
So you cannot just go to Gikomba and say this is the final product. You have to pick a piece of cloth and then go refurbish it. Let me use the word refurbish it,
Sure.
and then make it worthy for somebody to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will go back to my initial question because kuna wase wengi wanavaa longi za mademo hapa nje.
Sure.
How do you identify particularly jeans, because I think you cannot with khakis sometimes it's hard to go wrong,
Yeah.
and with official trousers it's hard to go wrong, but for jeans particularly.
For jeans, what happens is that there are jeans that stretch.
Yeah.
And there are those that are hard jeans.
Yeah.
And it also depends with the size as well. But in funny thing, that one happens with the new clothes.
Yeah.
When you go to Mtumba, you will not find the the label. They are not able.
Because somebody has already worn it.
Yeah.
They already plucked the label
The
out.
labels are not there.
Yeah.
So what happens is that there are those bales which they identify as male,
Yeah.
and those that are written female. So from there you can be able to tell. And there are those also, it's written men,
Yeah.
but now you can also find ladies as well inside,
Yeah.
and vice versa. So whatever you do, you check on the sometimes they write on their label men,
Yeah.
ladies, and then there are those that most ladies, they are small in sizes. You might find one with a small fly.
Yeah.
That becomes for ladies.
Yeah.
Men usually have larger flies.
A larger fly, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the SI unit.
Yes,
If it's a female gene,
Yeah.
it has a shorter fly, and if it's a male gene, then it has a longer fly.
Yeah,
Interesting. The videos that I've seen of content creators on the internet going to Gikomba at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
What is the best time to go to Gikomba, ama wadhi as it is called these days?
Inaitwa masa ukilala hiyo time, naitwa hiyo plan yako imelala. Utaambiwa mwenye anasema ipo siku bado analala. Gikomba guys wanaingia job around 5.
Yeah.
So probably belts open from 6. So around 5
You're supposed to be on the ground.
You are supposed to be on the ground.
Yeah.
Because when you get to there at 8, or from 8 to 10 to 11,
Sasa
that is
una-
meant for those who are going to pick their personal clothes to wear.
But
if
for
you are-
people who are doing business.
but you're doing business,
Yeah.
you have to get to Gikomba as early as possible.
Yeah.
In fact, bell inabomolewa kama uko hapo.
Yeah.
Unachukua mali yako,
Then unaenda unafanya
unaenda
biashara.
unafanya una kama iko place imeraruka,
Yeah.
get to the tailor, it's a process.
Yeah.
First you've identified the cloth from the bell. You are sold to, you get kama iko na shida,
Yeah.
inaenda kurekebishwa, inaenda kwa pasi. Kisha chapwa pasi inachapwa ni ya steam.
Yeah.
Ikipita once, nguo imenyooka.
Hakuna kushinda hapo.
Yeah.
Yeah, mambo ni moja sio matatu.
Yeah, so when you after getting Gikomba there at 6, so and you can even spend a whole day in Gikomba, even if you get as early as 5.
That's 5, yeah.
You can get even out of Gikomba at 5 jioni. Yeah, you also get there, because you know one thing, we are not going for one particular product. We are going for several.
Yeah.
I'm going for trench coat. I want to get blazer.
Yeah.
In this particular time, I want to get shirts.
Shirts, yeah.
I want to get tops for ladies. I want to get jeans. I want to get material trousers, and so on. There's a lot to be done in
Yeah.
between here.
Yeah.
When you get all these products, during that time, you have to go for, and they are in different places. They're
Yeah.
not in one place.
You're not just going to find an open space.
Open space for a shirt.
Yeah.
Unatoka hapo unaingia shirt, unaingia. No, you get here is trench coat. Then another place you get shirt,
Yeah.
skirt, on. So you have to gather all this.
Yeah.
Take them to the person who irons them. After ironing is when now you pack your products, and ukishamaliza ndio mtu wa kukubebea, or you carry. Like me, sometimes I used to carry myself.
Yeah.
There's a scenario whereby I bought items
Yeah.
worth 10,000
Kenyan shillings.
Kenyan shilling. After this,
Yeah.
I called a guy to carry for me. We went up to, I was going up to town.
Yeah.
By that time, akukuwa na gari natoka Gikomba hadi huku, so I had to go to town.
Yeah.
Then I get a car I get a bus to KU.
Yeah.
So, funny thing, this guy disappeared in between. When we get to town,
Yeah.
this guy disappeared.
Katikati ya
Na
magari.
mkokoteni katika ya magari. Never saw this guy.
10,000 ikaenda hivyo.
10,000 ikaenda hivyo. Shirts, blazers, kila
I
kitu.
can
So
imagine.
I from that I preferred carrying them
Yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
Until I got at the guy who carries for me. Sometimes
Yeah.
I carry, if it's small, I can carry
Yeah.
my head to the stage, because we have a stage nearest there
Yeah.
to KU. Yeah.
Interesting. You have moved into making bespoke suits these days, yeah?
Yeah.
How, what brought to that, to that shift, and how is it going thus far?
Yeah, there was a need. I saw a business gap to introduce suits because we were doing mtumba majorly, mtumba suits. Sometimes you could get mtumba suits, but it is very rare to have a complete mtumba suit. Sometimes you can do a mismatch,
Yeah.
but some people prefer complete, something that it's complete suit.
Yeah.
And so I saw it was a gap that I should fulfill, and I had to go that way.
Yeah.
So I went to the Turkey suits. That's ready made. You just go to Easily.
Yeah.
You get them at wholesale. Then you come display them. Get a client who is interested. You sell.
Yeah.
So you get them, do that and that too. So after that, there was also need to now. There are some people who don't need the common suits.
They need
That's
something tailored.
maybe navy blue, black. Those are common suits. Something,
Yeah.
somebody needs something like this or something that's unique.
Yeah.
With the maybe checked something drafted clothes
Yeah.
and all. So that is when I went to get how I can be able to tailor. So I don't tailor them myself,
Yeah.
but I am working with a tailor
Who is able to do this?
who is able to do this.
Yeah.
I get the materials,
Yeah.
he does the work for me, then me I get clients and sell them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I do.
Interesting.
No.
When I look at where the business is at right now,
Yeah.
it has gone through different phases.
Yeah.
When you look at all these phases, what are some of the best lessons that you've learned up until the phase that your business is in right now?
Yeah, in the process of this business,
Yeah.
there's what we call management. So in management, you also have got employees who works for you.
Yeah.
And in managing a business, due that it is a process, it needs understanding. And in this understanding, there's what we call, you have to put more effort.
Yeah.
You must understand people, and also you must have good time for your business. And so what happens here is that in this journey,
Yeah.
it needs you to be fully committed to this.
Yeah.
If there is no commitment, then it will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
So what I did is that I fully commit into this. I get all the products. I get to the shop. Then I have 2 employees who works for me.
Yeah.
And in any business, for you to be successful, you need employees and good employees.
Yeah.
Who are going to work with integrity and who are going to do that, who are going to convince clients that this is what
You are
is
looking
here
for.
and
Yeah.
this is what we are looking at, this is what we are provided for you. How do you take it?
Yeah.
So it's been a journey. Yeah.
Best moments that you look back and say, these have made my business a possibility.
Yeah, the best moments.
Yeah.
When there's a boom.
Definitely.
There's a boom.
Yeah.
And
Like currently you are in a boom.
And you have clients who give you more referrals.
Yeah.
Because one client you sell brings, a client will give a maximum of 5 and a minimum of 2.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if
those are
I've made
best
that.
moments.
I don't know if I've made that threshold yet.
Yeah, I think I think you have 2,
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What other thing that I have not asked you as a business person that you think that our viewers or somebody who is listening to us right now could benefit from?
So one thing I have to mention is that in business is all about entrepreneurship, and in entrepreneurship, you don't just look things for today.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship in this part means that you are doing you are looking for something in whatever you're doing in a few years.
Yeah.
That people won't believe.
Yeah.
And then you do this thing for over and over
Yeah.
until people believe that you are really doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to take people from that shift of them not believing you, and then to that shift of now understanding, okay, kumbe alikuwa serious.
Yeah. Alafu, another thing is about you not about failures and all.
Yeah.
Actually, there are in business there are ups and downs, and you have to go through all that.
Yeah.
Because there is no any other business that have succeeded without failure.
Yeah.
So one of the failure I can say is that sometimes you fail to meet the threshold of the client. Maybe a client needs this particular product, you are unable to get it.
Yeah.
That is one of the failures. Another thing is that maybe in terms of you are beating up with rentals and all, and you have to pay your place.
Yeah.
You find then the business is not doing well at certain point.
Yeah.
And now you are forced to go deep into your pocket and from other sources and push this business, bring more stock, and also pay for this particular rent.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, all this has been so good, and I've been able to manage all of them up to this far. I can say I've pushed myself so hard. Yeah.
When you look back, do you regret? Because there are many people who go into business and they regret and they say, I wish I can just go back to employment. When you look back, do you ever regret the decision that you made in 2017?
I can never regret. Because in this business, I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I've been able to build my parents a home worth 2.5 million.
Yeah.
And also I've been able to manage, I have a family, manage my family.
Yeah.
I have a wife and 2 kids. One is schooling, and his school fee is 30,000 per term.
Yeah.
And I manage this. I can pay the 2 shops, I pay my place.
Yeah.
You see, and they eat and all. So I can never regret, because this business has been able to pay me well.
Yeah.
Plus my employees. Yeah.
Interesting. So basically what you're telling people is they should go out there and start their own businesses.
Sure. You should start. The earlier the better.
Yeah.
Because even if you are into employment, you will be working for quite a while.
Yeah.
But now when you get you get fired, in employment, it's not your permanent place. You can get fired anytime.
Yeah.
And therefore you should be having a backup,
A backup plan.
in case of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We are not praying for anything to happen, but just in case something happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let us make everything. Let us work all around all this, so you can have side hustle even if you are in employment. Or you can, even if you are in business, you can find other business you can
diversify.
can accrue in income that can be able to. If this business fails, let me see the other one. That's why I started the branch in Kahawa.
Yeah.
Because what if students, there's we were talking about the boom.
Yeah.
There are sometimes that students get to long holidays
in like
between
December.
Here from May to September here. Their sales are very, because in KM we depend on students.
Yeah.
People who live there are just few, but they don't buy frequently as student. So what is happening is that when I go to the other branch, is to keep me going while that side is down. When this side comes up, we just move. And that is it. Yeah.
Interesting. Given that you are in this space, and there's some gentlemen who are watching right now, which are some of the things that you can tell them to look out for when they are buying their suits, or when they are trying to look dapper for either they are going for events, weddings, a job interview, or they just want to look smart? Which are some of the tips that you can give them to dress, let me say, properly?
Yeah, there are categories of wears that we do as men and women.
Yeah.
And therefore you must be keen on whatever you're buying, because you can't buy whatever you're not going to wear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes looking good is looking smart, and therefore you can be able to buy something today, but tomorrow you are not ever, you don't want to wear it. It
Yeah.
stays on your wardrobe for quite a while.
Yeah.
So look for something that is going to give you a service, and something that is going to suit to particular area ama kama ni job.
Yeah.
So that's what you check. You check if it is going to suit your job,
Yeah.
or is going to be on maybe on other sectors, maybe kama ni ya entertainment, kama ni kitu ya sherehe,
Yeah.
kama ni kitu ya harusi, ama ni kitu tu nataka kujienjoy now. This
Yeah.
is good for me for this time. Yeah.
And what should one look out for when they are buying a suit?
So when you're buying a suit, if you are in the job market, you are looking for plain suits.
By
Or
plain
maybe,
suits, you mean?
maybe it be plain suit means one color suit.
Yeah.
That's what preferred for the most people who are working. And the most
Plain black,
plain
plain
black,
navy
plain
blue.
navy blue, plain even. But and then there are
So-
those
so
colors
it
that
would-
you cannot go. They are plain, but you cannot use them in job.
I was going to say, so I cannot go to work with a white suit.
Yeah. How can you do a red suit at work?
Remember, before I could even get a suit, I remember when I was still young, I used to tell myself I will work so hard and be successful, and I will have a blue suit, a red suit,
suit.
a black suit, a white suit. But why are you talking about beige?
Because that's the one that I actually delivered to you the other day.
Yeah. So you've talked about work. If now I want to look at, say, I have an evening dinner that I need to go to, what colors should I be exploring?
Yeah, when you are doing dinner, we do dinner wears. With dinner wears, we have white and black. That will do much.
Yeah.
Because you can do white, white shirt, black trouser, that or let's say a black suit,
Yeah.
and a bow tie. That's good for dinner.
Yeah.
Or you can do a tuxedo as well.
Yeah.
Good for dinner as well. For ladies, we have the dresses.
Yeah.
Dinner dresses, the long ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What you've said something interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a kawaida suit and a tuxedo?
A tuxedo is meant for events, majorly the dinners, and maybe weddings.
Yeah.
So the tuxedos are special. There are special types of suits that are
for special
meant
occasions.
For special occasions.
I cannot wear a tuxedo to my place of work.
Yeah, it will look
It will look weird. Weird. Yeah.
not weird, but
Yeah.
it you will be out of place. Yeah.
Interesting. A man in a pink suit. What's your take about that? Because many men have said, no, I cannot wear a pink suit.
Pink suit is good,
Yeah.
but majorly for events, particular events. Maybe there is
and
when
fashion events,
fashion
yeah.
events,
Yeah.
and maybe it's that there is a theme color. That's when you can do those. But some people just want to wear because it is it might be looking good to them, or maybe that's what they are preferred for certain occasion.
Yeah.
And maybe if they are doing maybe couple suits outfit,
Yeah.
they can do that.
Vitu za kumatch.
Much.
Interesting. As we're winding up, what are some of your nuggets of wisdom that you would like to leave with our viewers?
Yeah, one thing I would love to tell our viewers is that one thing you have to do is you have to focus. You have to focus towards your success, because without focus and commitment, you can never achieve anything. And another thing, you put God. With God, everything is possible.
Yeah.
You will manage a lot of things, and you'll be able to move to places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hope I'm not looking out any idea or any thought that you might have to share.
Yeah, one thing that I might be forgetting.
Yes.
I wanted to share something,
Yeah.
maybe some quotes here that are going to maybe help somebody.
Yeah.
That one of the quotes was said by Jessica Henning. This is a CEO
Yeah.
of the Stella and Doc. they do the online shop. They have online shop. They're selling shoes,
Yeah.
shoes and clothes. Yeah, he said you have to see failure as the beginning of at the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to see failure as the beginning
Yeah.
and the middle, but never entertain it at the end.
You have to see failure
At
at
the
the beginning
beginning
and in
and
the
the
middle,
middle,
but
but
never
never
entertain it at the end.
Yeah.
That's something that's quite interesting.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can entertain it at the beginning,
At the beginning,
at the middle,
middle.
but let it not be the end.
Never let it get to the end.
Yeah.
Because when you get to the end, you're done.
Then you're finished.
Finished.
All right.
I have other maybe 5 entrepreneur quotes.
Yes.
One is that only the paranoid survive. Yeah. And the second one, success depends on your employees. That's what we were talking about the other
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Your employees depends how you're going to get far, or where you're going to get with
Yeah.
your job, with your business.
Yeah.
Another thing, don't let others convince you that the idea is good when your gut tells you it's bad.
So they have flipped that one.
Yeah.
Never allow your friends to tell you that the idea is good.
It's good.
When your gut feels that the idea is bad.
Yeah.
I
It happens every day.
yeah.
I have friends who have introduced to business,
Mm,
and then they were told this idea is good,
yeah.
but to them it's somehow because their view was bad, they failed in business. But if that's when they focused on that.
Yeah.
I had a friend who I introduced into business. He did that business for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And it went down because he was never focused. He was never committed.
Yeah.
And he was not there for the business. His idea was to employ,
Yeah. And remotely manage.
and remotely manage, just
Yeah.
bring the stock and disappear. You see, you can never build business that way.
Yeah.
It can never go far because you have to be there for your clients.
Yeah.
For them to see this is the guy who is selling us, and this is the guy we can consult
Trust, yeah.
in everything. And then the last one, don't get distracted. When you get distracted, the business fails.
Do not get
There are
distracted.
do you know we have a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing money chipping in a lot of money, you get distracted. We have a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
We have ladies. Number
Good thing
one.
you said you're married.
Sure.
Yeah.
For you to not get distracted in business,
Yeah.
if you are of age of marriage, marry one lady.
Yeah. And settle.
And settle.
Na hiyo maneno iishe.
Yeah, manage with her. You'll go places. If you have several ladies today,
Yeah.
they will eat from your business. My friend, there's no lady that is going to be with you when you
Yeah.
don't have money. You have to spoil them a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a big number to spoil, then that's a dent on your wallet.
A very big dent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is alcohol.
Yeah.
When you are in business and you're drinking, most of the money will go there.
Yeah.
How do you find it that people who take alcohol, that those who are not working but they take alcohol, where do they get money?
They're drinking money for those who work.
Those who work.
Yeah.
And if they find that you are one who is working, they will siphon you.
Na watakusifu.
Yeah. Na wewe utatoa pesa vizuri.
Interesting. And that is a very key advice there. And if you are a business owner and you might be wanting to find a little bit of inspiration and you've been watching, I hope that you have learned a thing or two from the conversation with Jemo. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, on
And,
social media platforms.
yeah.
Yeah, you can get me on Facebook.
Yes.
I do display my products over there.
Yeah.
we have Jaymo Designs, JAYMOH Designs. You will find me there. You
Yeah.
also find my personal account, James Gumbe,
Yes.
TJ.
Yeah.
And also when you go to Instagram, Jaymo_designs,
Yeah.
you'll find me there. Yeah, and also on my phone. You
Yeah.
can talk to me on WhatsApp directly or call me directly
Yeah.
through 07 01 21 6187. And we'll catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll sell them a good suit.
Very nice suits.
All right.
Nice outfits.
Yeah. Thank you very much for making the time. I know I've chased you for quite some time to have this conversation.
Yeah. It's been a while. You've been on my head. Come.
Yeah, come, let's have
Let's
this.
do this.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you've made it, and I hope that our viewers have learned a thing or two from this conversation. I do not have anything to subtract or add, but rather to tell you that while you're in business, you've got to stay focused. And stay focused by liking, subscribing, and sharing this conversation as well. And let's see you in the next Dreams in Motion. Bye-bye.